comes to the music of the 90s, anything goes.
Music today is everywhere. No need to label it. If it's good, we'll play it.
That's why we got Living in the 90s. 2.5 hours of the coolest songs on 2 CDs and 2 cassettes.
Check it out.
Okay, touched it.
To walk 500 miles, baby.
260 for my shirt. 260 for my shirt.
There's only one thing left to say about living in the 90s. You're unbelievable!
To order, call the number on your screen or send check or money order. 2 CDs, $26.99. 2 cassettes, $21.99. Rush delivery available. Living in the 90s is not sold in stores.
When the bear comes out of hibernation, motor skills are awkward. He is bad-tempered. He hears little, sees less, but his sense of smell remains keen. The bear sniffs. The refreshing scent of Coast revives him. Massive lather engulfs him, after which he becomes friendly and playful and can learn to do tricks. Coast, the eye-opener.
Do you know
Yeah.
that what most people don't know about AIDS is still a video? Time Out. The truth about HIV, AIDS, and you. It's filled with facts and fun. And a lot of hot folks, too, but most of all, stuff that could save your life.
If you got unprotected sex,
Help! Time Out. Rent one free at participating video stores. HIV, AIDS, and you. If you don't know, get the video.
In Sweden, a First Division match is disrupted by hooliganism. Losing 2-0, Dårgården fans seek retribution on referee Anders Frisk, leading to the abandonment of the game. Halmstad were awarded the match and, consequently, a place in next year's UEFA Cup. IFK Göteborg are champions. We'll bring you more news later in the show.
Chance World Sport on Prime will be back after this.
It's taken Cal Ripken Jr. 13 grueling years to break Lou Gehrig's record. Now we are honoring this historic baseball event with this officially endorsed Cal Ripken Jr. 23-karat gold stamp wallet. Beautifully detailed but limited to only 2,131 of 15 sets worldwide. Each set comes safely protected in this handsome special collector's presentation wallet. The Cal Ripken Jr. official postage stamp, issued by the Islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, comes with its own numbered certificate of authenticity and is extremely limited, so act quickly. You get the Cal Ripken Jr. gold stamp, the display wallet, and this paper stamp set on a cachet card, canceled by the government on the very day Cal broke the record. You get all this for only $39.95. Here's how you can order.
To order, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-522-5333. That's 1-800-522-5333, or send check or money order for $39.95 plus $3.95 shipping to SSCA, P.O. Box 1809, Department A, Hicksville, New York.
Nutrageous from Reese's. Peanut, milk chocolate, caramel, Reese's peanut butter. Nutrageous. Give your mouth a party.
Uzbekistan.
End of the
At the end of the first stage, former Olympic champion American Steve Pegg wears the yellow jersey. As in the tour, the sprint finishes can prove extremely hazardous, and the closing moments of stage 2 in the city of Guangzhou are no exception. Belgian Jean-Pierre Hendricks avoids the casualties to win. Steve Pegg retains the yellow jersey. We'll bring you the highlights from the final stages next week as the peloton heads towards the capital, Beijing.
Maybe. Baerga is 0 for 3. Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s has its world championship. Look at Nagy, still filling out the pitching chart. But now there is no tomorrow. Over the full season, there's little doubt the Cleveland Indians were the best team in baseball in 1995. But for a week in October, the edge belonged to the Atlanta Braves. They have been baseball's best team over the last 5 years. And finally, the one missing piece is in place. What a golden season it was for the people in that dugout and in the visiting clubhouse tonight in Atlanta. But all the joy for now is on the home side. Still, there's no overlooking what the Cleveland Indians did, not just in terms of performance, but in the spirit of that whole city. They're part of the renaissance of the city of Cleveland. With their new ballpark, with their contending team, with the way that town feels about them, and with the pieces in place, every reason to expect they've got a good chance to be back. But tonight belongs to the Atlanta Braves.
Well, it's sad when you look at players on a losing club. It always boils down to one game. I mean, the final game. And on the loser's side, as you look at Tavares, who did such a great job for the Indians this year, it's down to this game. Sitting alongside Carlos Baerga, but as Joe well knows, and fans, you can take into consideration what they've done here tonight and how they've responded. This win belongs to the players for the immediate moment, Joe, in the clubhouse.
That's exactly right. Yes, that says it all right there, finally. Finally. And I think that's what the Cleveland Indians, the way they have to look at this. Very rarely does a team go out and win in their first attempt in the World Series. Let's face it, the Braves, this is their third time in before they've been able to win. And I think the Cleveland Indians, it may take them another time at least before they feel the joy of victory in the World Series.
Inside every one of us is an athlete with a thirst for the game going on around us. It's life. And if you play hard at it, you get thirsty. That's why we make Gatorade. Hey, life is a sport. Drink it up. Crime plays the world. Maybe we can talk all night, wherever you go, whatever you do.
Hi, if your favorite kind of music is soft rock, then you should hear this new album called Lost in Love.
It's a new 4-record collection that has 36 of the best soft rock hits performed by the original artists.
You got it all over him. You got me over him. Secret lover who's gonna drive you home.
4 records or 2 cassette tapes are only $19.95.
2 compact discs, just $24.95.
Here's how to order.
To order Lost in Love, call 1-800-522-5333 or send $19.95 for records or cassette tapes or $24.95 for 2 compact discs plus $4.95 shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
Hey, you. Got your stick tape? On the pond. Prime cuts.
You know, Ron Wilson, the coach of Ducks, knows he's got to get more scoring than just from Paul Correa and Todd Krieger and the like. So he's looking for an unexpected source, and he's certainly got it from right winger Peter Durst. Take a look. He's got 7 points so far.
On the left side, he's going to be missed. Head on the far wing, point feeds out front. Durst along, shoots and scores! What a play by Carter to Durst! And the Vikings.
Excited as a free agent back in 1993, Peter Duris has been a model of consistency for the Mighty Ducks. The 29-year-old right wing delighted the coaching staff his first season by notching a career-high 12 goals, 22 assists for 34 points. Last season, Duris picked up right where he left off by finishing with 10 goals and 21 points in 46 games.
During the week, National rents cars to companies all over America. But weekends business gets a little tame, so they send the cars here to Grace. That's a bump steer. Oh, National's got low weekend rates that'll make people want to hit the road. Now, every Thursday through Monday, National rates are so low, none of the cars will ever be sent out to pasture again.
Make your weekend a national holiday. Call your travel agent or 1-800-CAR-RENT.
Yeah, Dougie! Yeah!
Watch him go!
Off the field. Prime cuts.
See, there's probably a dozen here. They were all here last night.
We'll camp out here Thursday night waiting to get in. We start partying Friday morning, and by game time we'll fought over 1,000 RVs.
Network TV crews are among the hundreds preparing for game time.
This platform exists already. We also have to put a monitor there.
Interview during the course of the week, or interview at our weekly teleconference. Logistics required to coordinate team movement and equipment trucks are very much like that of a touring group. This show requires its own road manager who controls every movement and monitors all elements affecting the team.
You look good.
We keep tabs on the weather, one for being conditions of a playing field, whether we top the field, whether we don't top the field, which shoes to wear also, whether it's a muddy field, you want to use a different type of shoe rather than it's a dry field. Working with campus meteorologists, the stadium grass will be cut for game day on cue from the football complex.
Good afternoon, Penn State Weather Station.
A meteorology program that accounts for 1 in 5 meteorologists in the country works with football to determine the moment grass will be cut for game day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, Tommy. How's the field doing? I was up there before. We use a shorter grain of grass, a blade of grass, because of our team speed. We like the field to be about a little below 1.25 inches for our ground game.
I tried it one time with my hands up.
Tomorrow, as far as work is concerned, 7 a.m. crew call. I have the meal at 8, so...
Hundreds of people are in full motion Friday. Except the football team.
You lose more games because the team's tired, but you never lose because of, they're over-prepared. Well, I think we can work 2 days a week hard. I don't think they can work more than 2 days a week hard. Expect the team to be rested on Saturday, every Saturday. So it's very difficult to have a team at their peak emotionally every game in an 11-game season. And a team will go into a football game, and if they're emotionally down, that may be okay. But if they're emotionally down and they're physically tired, you're done. We don't practice on Fridays for that reason, because I want them to get caught up with their studies. I want them to get off their feet. I don't want them to be on the practice field.
Disagree with any of your assistant coaches on any fundamental aspects of football?
The Friday night media reception provides an opportunity to talk shop. Players meet at the locker room, and from that moment, start a lockstep schedule to game time.
On Friday night, I just started thinking about the game in my head and things that I want to do and how I want to do it all in my head. I play the game in my head.
Starters and those anticipated to see playing time spend the night at a nearby hotel. Plain blue buses haul a team that's built a reputation on substance over style.
Simplistic beauty, I think, would be the way to describe it. Just the way everything isn't overdone. We're not shouting out on our uniforms that we're Penn State. It's just blue and white striped down the middle. Everybody knows that's Penn State, and that's the way it's always been. Here on the team, we played Miami, and everybody in the country made fun of the fact that we had black shoes. They look slow because of the black shoes. And we won that game, and the next year, more people had black shoes on. And the year after that, more people had black shoes.
The first time it was just a feeling like, wow, I'm on here with these guys, you know, and I didn't expect to make it because I was a freshman, and I'm riding out there, and it's like riding into a dark alley. You don't know what to expect. I was just following, you know, the guys in front of me because I didn't know what to do, you know. I just got off the bus, and I would walk behind the guys in front of me, and they would go in and sit down. I would just wait for Coach Paterno to come in and give us, like, good night speech. And then I would just go to my room.
There's a sense of belonging. They know now they're it. Tomorrow, they will represent Penn State football.
Wow, you know, I'm here. This is it.
Revenge against the Jags. Would Andre Rison return to form with Eric Dyer at the helm? Will Barry Sanders net large returns against the Pack? You want to see why Jeff Blake is sitting? You want to see the turf wars? You want to see the big hits? Well then, stretch out, put on a smile, and do the dance. NFL prime time is nuts. Once again, everybody, I'm Chris Berman. Welcome to Week 9 of NFL Primetime, a very Halloween-like Sunday in the National Football League. And to help me light the jack-o'-lanterns will be Tom Jackson and the judge, Bill Pito. Plenty to tell you about. Here comes Triefenbach. Steinert, nice save. Set left, Focal, blocked back. Tuiasosopo hanging, blocks Focal. What a block by Tuiasosopo.
There's a lot of raw ability. You can see her just kind of hang and wait there. Really a heads-up play by Tuiasosopo.
9-1, 10-1 Washington. Points coming very, very 7-4 now. It's Stanford up by 3. Wendell, she'll back set here sharply. Sutherland loves this, and she pounds it. So Stanford with a timeout on the floor. The Cardinal leading 2 games to none and 8-4 in Game 3.
Michael Jordan. To find what you desire requires a great effort. You look thirsty. Gatorade?
Thanks.
How come? I know why you have come. You wish to know the meaning of life.
And?
Life is a sport. Drink it up.
That's what I'm thinking. 17.9%, 15.5, 18.2. It really does add up, doesn't it? Hi, I'm Jim Palmer. If you're a homeowner carrying big credit card balances from month to month, the Money Store has a better solution. With a home equity loan from the Money Store, you can pay off all of your credit card balances as well as your auto and your other loans. And the interest is usually tax deductible. So don't let those high-rate bills keep adding up. Pay them off with a home equity loan from the Money Store. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
This is Prime's World. We play all day, every day. We play the zones. We play the cuts. After this message, Prime plays on.
Tough luck for the Jets. Well, back to the expansion teams, the way we started the show, Billy. Carolina had won 2 straight games. Going into this one against New England, no expansion team in their first year had ever won 3 in a row. If they could beat the Patriots Sunday afternoon at Foxborough, New England would be facing a serious touchdown. 17 all to kick the point after. Don't go for 2. Carolina comes back. 3rd and 9. Collins to Willie Green. Color of money. 31 yards. Sets up at the end of regulation. John Casey. It's doink. It's off the upright. And we go to overtime. Looks like it might have been deflected at the line. In overtime, Pat O'Neill. We showed you his adventures before. Another wobbler. 32 yards, and Gulliver does a good job. Goes straight upfield with it. Excellent play. And that gives the Panthers a chance to pick up a first down or 2. Center it for Casey. 29 yards. Good. And for the first time ever, an expansion team has won 3 in a row. John Capers and company have defeated the Patriots at Foxborough by the count of 20-17. They have a better record than the Patriots. And, of course, both the Panthers and Jacksonville now have a chance to keep going on. The expansion record for any wins during the first season is 3. Well, Tommy, you got to give obviously the Panthers the nod for hanging with her. And Collins, a 300-yard day, passing 309. Derek Moore, 119 yards rushing. Add it all up for Bill Parcells. he's got to be scratching his head.
Well, that was certainly one of the concerns of Coach Parcells, that last week they won a game 20-3 when they only put up 155 yards of total offense. Today they were able to put up more offense, play a little bit better defense with this football team. But when I talked to Coach Parcells, one of the things he said is that the old days when a good team could play badly and play a team that was supposedly, quote-unquote, not as good as them, and you could still win, those days are now gone. And we see both expansion teams, I think, taking that to heart.
Yeah, they've got better records than several of the regular teams. You know, the Jets, back to that game, could just eliminate that last minute in Atlanta on Saturday night. Deion Sanders coming in with the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday afternoon. For sports fans in Atlanta, almost a circuit overload. And before the game, they're out to see Deion. Deion getting his high $35 million, I guess, from Jerry Jones before the game. Remember a year ago?
I got one thing to say. This is my house. Woo! I built this, and this is my house. I don't care if I'm with the Falcons or not. This is my house, and this will always be my house. Now let's continue.
Well, they continue this year with Deion at his debut as a Dallas Cowboy. Oh, yes, he plays corner. Watching J.J. Burden, and George threw away from Deion early, going to Terrence Mathis for 10 yards. 3 plays later, George to Burt Emanuel on a first down. Larry Brown makes the stop. Then George rolling right, looks to Eric Metcalf, and surprise! He beats the defense, 7-0 Atlanta. Late first, Falcons have the ball again. George to Emanuel. Woo! Deion breaks it up, although where was he throwing it, Tom?
Well, George put a lot of mustard on the football, but you have to wonder how he expected to throw this ball through Deion Sanders. If he had slowed it down, Deion would have gotten a pick.
But the Falcons have surprised. They lead it 10-0 in the first. Dallas ball now mid-second quarter. Deion at wide receiver. They fake a reverse to him, the dump off to Emmitt Smith. That's usually a good play. My goodness, he was actually touchdown on the 12-yard play.
As we take a look, you watch Emmitt Smith and his ability to break tackles, continue to move down that football, and fend off defenders. Here, going for another extra 10 yards after he's grabbed before he goes down.
Then Emmitt finally punches it in. He's like a little guy. He's a big bag. Does everything. It's 10-7. As Emmitt, 167 yards on the day, puts him close to 1,000 for the season already. 14-10 at the half, Dallas. Aikman goes to Michael Irvin. 43 yards. So Emmitt scored, Novacek had scored, and now Irvin has scored. Dallas hitting on all cylinders now, 21-10. 6 straight games of 100 yards receiving for Michael Irvin. The record, 1961 Oilers, Charlie Hennigan, and Bill Groman. Aikman to Deion, opens it up. A 6-yard catch. His first catch as a Cowboy. Is it Glanville or Elvis Gerback? No, it's somebody who likes it. Aikman, deep to Deion. Tommy, he dives, just can't get it.
Yeah, Deion doesn't make this catch, but you can see the threat it will present to teams that play the Cowboys in the future. With his kind of speed, he's going to be open a lot.
A touchdown from Moose Johnson makes it 28-13. Deion covering Emanuel, who aggravates a hamstring. He came back. Then George tries to hit him for a touchdown to get the Falcons close. He dropped it. Watch this on the sideline. George, his head coach, June Jones. So a 10-0 lead turns into fire and brimstone on the sideline for Deion. Smile. He's prime time. He's back. And Dallas has defeated the Falcons 28-13 as the Cowboys Express keeps rolling on. They're up to 7-1. Deion after the game.
This still the house that you built? Yeah, not since the roof went in, I sold it. God knows I wish I could have that back. Those are plays that I shouldn't make. I mean, I know I dove at it and gave a valued effort, but those are plays I shouldn't make, and they will be made from here on. When we first walked out of the tunnel, we thought it was Texas Stadium. It was unbelievable. We had more fans than the Falcons did. That's typical of the people in Atlanta, Mr. Justice there. But I mean,
this was the first game. I could truly say I enjoyed just playing the game. I didn't worry about Deion. He's not over and 3 games away. I'm not saying, man, 3 games, I got to get ready for Deion. You know what I mean?
Well, the Cowboys have reason to smile. Deion Sanders, let's rate his impact, Tommy, first game.
Well, I think that Sterling Sharp and Joe Theismann were right this morning when they said in the Atlanta set where they play 4 wides, he would be less of a factor than he would in a normal pro set with the 2 wide receivers, and you put him on the best guy. So I think in that sense he was maybe a non-factor. Interesting, though, the Cowboys go back to the strength of their football team and what they do best. That offensive line is the best in the league. You put Emmitt Smith behind him. This was when they were down 10-0. Later on, 167 yards later,
they got to win. A fairly easy win over the Falcons.
Well, they've played half the games this season. They've won 7 of 8 of them. And we go inside the numbers. Look at some of the numbers posted by not their 2 Pro Bowlers, 2 of them. Emmett has almost 1,000 yards, and Michael Irvin has over 900 yards. So the sky is the limit for these two, and maybe the Cowboys after a big 20-0 lead at Lambeau Field. This is a Rasputin game for Wayne Fox. He's 2-5 and on the ropes. Doesn't he always win these Rasputin games? First drive, Brett Favre pass deflected off Chamura's hands. Willie Clay, 100 pounds of clay, picks it up, runs it to the 28. Then a 28-yard drive. Boy, you like it when it's like that. Scott Mitchell to Herman Moore, touchdown, 7-0 Lions, just like that. Second Packer drive. Favre going for broke. But it's just a bad pass. Picked off by 200 pounds of clay. 2 picks in the first quarter. Favre, another chance. Second and goal from the 5. Robert Brooks is wide open, but Benny Blades just ticks it away at the final moment, and it forces the Pack to settle for a field goal. Favre, 2 picks in the first quarter, as we told you. Second quarter, Lions get a big play, and who else to make it than Herman's Moore? Mitchell hangs in. Moore, usually you see him go up for the ball, but this time he's gone. He could go all the way. 69 yards, 14-3, Detroit.
Yeah, Herman Moore, great receiver here in a sprint. He gets a little help from his receiving mate, Brett Perriman, right there. As he peels off the last couple of blockers, Doug Evans taken out, he gets to the end zone.
What a duo those two are. Favre now trying to come from behind to Robert Brooks, and guess what he can do? He could go all the way. 77 yards, and the Pack are in it, 14-10. But, oh yes, there's this Sanders guy, who Green Bay often has done well against, but usually on the natural turf. In the Dome, look at Barry Jitterbug for 37 yards on the draw, and he has passed Earl Campbell for 10th on the all-time running list. Scott Mitchell to Moore.
Yeah, Scott Mitchell will go to Moore again, and you see Craig Newsom just turned around late on the football, Moore in his height. He's going to grab most of those.
That's in the first half, Tom. 3 touchdowns, $126. Favre for Nelly. Let me tell you about Keith Jackson. He's down to the 11-yard line. His first catch of the Packer. But then Nelly, he just can't hold on to it. And, they have to settle for a field goal. It's 41-16. Then the 24-16, a big pass rush. Favre to Edgar Allan Poe Bennett. Quote the Packers, nevermore. Look at him go. 20-yard gain down to the 17. Next play, Bennett on the draw. Ran beautifully on this day, down to the 11. Then, Favre, hit though by Tracy Scroggins, it's loose. Chris Spielman falls on it, and so the Packers, the first game, it was the Pack that had the big lead, held on. This game, it's Detroit that has the big lead that held on. Henry, I don't want to gloss over Barry Sanders, 167, already 9,510 yards in his career. Already, he's 10th all-time on the rushing list, which is certainly something to write home about.